Hey guitar players, I'm Sean. On my video last week, I did a tutorial on how to play a song called sTune, which is a theme song for Ted Woodford's guitar repair channel. And I'd like to just say thank you for your response and your subscribes and likes. Now, I received a few comments and requests about how to play the accompaniment for the song, because I only covered the melody. So let's talk about the chords for the song. Okay, so the chords for sTune, the first one up is a chord known as C6, which looks like this. And it can be a little tricky if you've never played this before. So it's our first finger on the first fret on the second string. Second finger goes on the fourth string, second fret. My third finger goes on the same fret, the second fret, but on the third string. And then the pinky, the little finger, goes on the fifth string at the third fret. And you don't play the sixth or the first string, it's just these four right here that you have your fingers on. And if you play guitar already, you may know a chord called A minor, which looks like this. And this can help you out, is like C6 is just like A minor, but with this extra finger here. Okay, so chord number 2 is a little bit further up the neck. This is called E flat diminished 7th. Which I know is quite the thing to say, but there it is, so E flat diminished 7th. And what's going on is my first finger is on my third string at my 5th fret. Second finger is on the 6th fret on the 5th string. My third finger is on the 7th fret on the 4th string, and the pinky is on the 2nd string, 7th fret. And again, I don't play the bottom or the top one, so the 6th or the 1st string, and there's the chord. Okay, so we're going from C6 to E flat diminished 7th. Okay, so next up, it's a bar chord, so it's D minor 7th. And you may, if you've been playing for a while, you'll know bar chords. You know a minor bar chord that looks like this. The only difference between this D, this is D minor, and D minor 7 is you just remove the pinky, so just a subtle difference. Now, if you've never played this before, what's going on is we are barring or pushing down all the strings from the 5th all the way to the 1st with our first finger. Second finger is on the 6th fret on the 2nd string, and our third finger is on the 4th string, 7th fret. Okay, now don't play the 6th string, and it's just like so. Now, often when I'm playing this in sTune, I'm not really strumming out the first string. I'm just sticking with the same kind of middle guys. I mean, if you hit the first string, you hit the first string, no big deal. But just letting you know, that's what I do in the tune. The next chord looks exactly the same as this. It's called E minor 7. Same thing, just 2 frets higher. Okay? Now the next chord is called A7. And this form, when I first started playing guitar, I had a little bit of trouble with this, and I'll show you what's up. First of all, here's what's going on. This is what it sounds like. It's my first finger on my 6th string at my 5th fret. I don't play the 5th string, but what I do is with my first finger, on purpose, I touch it with kind of the pad of my finger here and kind of mute that off. And then I put my second finger on the 5th fret on the 4th string, and then the third finger on my 6th fret on my 3rd string, and it's A7. And then the final chord that we need to know is G7, which has the exact same form as this, just 2 frets lower. Okay, so the chords in order are C6 to the E flat diminished, the D minor 7, then I go to E minor 7, to the A 7th, and then D minor 7 to the G7, and then I finish off with what I started with, the C6 chord. Cool, so now I'm going to break this down and show you how the strumming, and there's a very special technique that we do with the fingers. So when I play the chords for sTune, I'm playing it in kind of a short, abrupt, what we call staccato type of strum. And what I mean by that, or the way that I do it, is I play the chords, like here's my C6, my first chord. I don't just kind of let it ring. What I do is this. And what I'm doing is I am giving it a strum with all the fingers pushed down like you would to play a chord, like the C6 here. And then I am releasing the pressure off of the strings, not taking the fingers off, because if I do that, I'll end up with things ringing open that I don't want, and then of course I have to put the effort into, putting the chord back. But I'm just simply lifting off the strings like that, and leaving the strings on, and it just kind of kills or mutes the notes like that. Now, if you've never had to do this kind of technique before, you might find it quite difficult at first. So what I would suggest you do is build your way up to it. And one way that you can do that is you can just take a single finger on a single string. So here I'll just put my first finger on my first string at my 3rd fret for fun, and just kind of pick it out, and then just practice releasing the pressure without taking the finger right off. You can try that with various different fingers on different strings, different frets. So there you are. There's the big secret about how to get that kind of muted sound that I'm doing. Now, as for the strumming, the majority of these strokes, or the strums that I'm doing, are downstrokes. As you can see with my hand here, as I'm kind of playing. So we've got some downstrokes. Now, if you listen carefully, you will notice that there's a couple of things that sound like this in there, where I'm actually doing a down and an upstroke, doing some 8th notes. So you'll hear things that sound like this, kind of thrown in there for effect. All right, so there you are. That's how you play the chords, the accompaniment part for Ted's Tune. I'm Sean. Until next time, take care.